Alright guys, let's get started. So this is the first problem and it's on Newton's laws, and all the information that you would like to know, the page number from the textbook, the examples, the exercises that we would like you to solve are all here. So it's time to understand what the problem is. See, it's a very simple problem, but then let's never underestimate the importance of the simple illustrative examples. As you can see that this particular surface here is frictionless, and we'll worry about friction just a little bit later. And there are two masses, m1 and m2. If you want, we could suggest some values. Maybe m1 is 10 kgs and m2 is 2 kgs, and the important fact in this problem is they are touching each other, they are in contact. And there is a force acting from the left. We'll try to give it some value as well, maybe 12 newtons. And the question is that what will happen to these two blocks? What will be the acceleration a1 and a2 of the blocks m1 and m2? And what we will soon see is our understanding of Newton's laws will help us to predict the accelerations a1 and a2. Okay, so how do we go around applying Newton's laws to this problem? The first step is a very simple but important step, which is to draw the so-called free body diagram of both the masses m1 and m2. Now, what we mean by free body diagram is we just keep the object whose free body diagram we want to draw in front of us and try to imagine what are the forces coming from external, which we would like to call F external. What are the external forces that are acting on m1? And now you can see that there is definitely a force F1 whose direction is given and whose value happens to be 12 newtons. And now there is also a contact force m2 applies a force on m1, which we will call contact force, and we, as of now, we don't know the value of this contact force. What we know, however, is that it's to the left, because m1 m2 really cannot pull m1, it can only push. So if at all there is a contact force, then it is in this direction, and that completes the free body diagram of m1. I'm cheating here. I've not drawn the y direction forces because I just happen to know that in this problem it's not so important. So let me just go ahead with my cheating and instead attempt the free body diagram of m2. And m2